If you are a small YouTuber or you're looking to start a channel, this month's workshop is for you. Organic SEO consultant and online business educator Mariah Lashevsky will be hopping into the Bootstrap Biz Besties app to talk about YouTube SEO on August 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern. We are both huge fans of TubeBuddy, and we'll be teaching you how to brainstorm ideas based on your niche, how to do YouTube SEO keyword research, and where to put your keyword for optimization. We're super grateful for our friends at Relay for sponsoring this workshop for our members. And if you would like to snag a seat and get access to the replay, head over to bootstrapbizadvice.com, click on the calendar of events, and subscribe to watch. Here's to more views and more income by leveraging the power of SEO. Good morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown and welcome to Bootstrap Biz Advice Live. This is your opportunity to see what it would be like inside of the Bootstrap Biz Advice community. And I hope by the end of watching this live stream, at least you would want to join my free community, the Bootstrap Club. So the Bootstrap Club is the name of my email list. I'm currently participating in a challenge with Lex Roman to try to get 100 new subscribers to my list. So she's encouraging us to make the ask. So here is the ask. If you would like to stay connected with me and get mindful marketing and tech tips sent directly to your inbox on Monday and Friday, you can head over to lashondabrown.com/join the club. Now, you guys know, it is so essential that you all help this live stream to be pushed out on YouTube by engaging with it. The reason why that is the case is live streams don't get as much love as feed content. However, I really try to make sure that these live streams stay jam-packed. So there are two ways that you can help push this video. Number one is you can like this video if you like it, just by hitting the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Now, you can give it the thumbs up while you're watching live, or you can do it in the replay and that will still help. So that's one way. The other way you can do it, and this is something new I want to try, is you can write the word guide in the comments. Back in the day, I don't know if you've been with me for a while, but I used to create ebooks called The Bootstrapper's Guide to Blank. And so today I'm going to be talking about newsletter sponsorships as a way to sell your next launch without using social media. And so I'm going to describe what I'm doing right now, but if you want this in a tangible ebook format, I want you to drop the word guide in the comments. You can accompany that with other things you want to say, but you simply commenting on this video is also going to help, and it will help me to judge whether or not I should put the effort into creating another resource. It will go into the buy me a coffee extras, so it'll be super low cost, no more than $10, but I want to gauge how interested you are in this kind of content. So the simplest way for you to let me know that is simply by putting the word guide in the comments. It's not connected to a bot. I'm just going to see how many comments have that word in it, and based on your engagement, I will decide whether or not to invest the effort into creating this resource. Okay? So, along with other housekeeping things, I would love for you to post your weekly goal in the Bootstrap Biz Advice app. So for all of my members, I want to remind you that we got to get used to using this thing, put a whole lot of effort into it. So I want to hear from you at least on a weekly basis and find out, what are you trying to do? And the way that I like to frame my weekly intentions is to decide, what am I going to work on and how am I going to work in my business? And so let me describe what the difference would be. Working in your business is a task that you can do outwardly to increase your sales. Working on your business is a necessary task that is not glamorous, but if done behind the scenes, it will push your business forward. So for me, I said I'm working in my business by optimizing the tools page to increase my affiliate clicks. I'm working on my business by creating a better system for tracking my content calendar tasks. So If you are a member of the Bootstrap community, specifically the Bootstrap creators, go ahead and let me know on that thread, weekly goals. What are you intending on doing this week so that I can root you on and check on you? Okay. So make sure you do that. Now, you heard about this in the ad that played before the live stream started, but our monthly workshop is this week. It is on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Now, I want to walk you through something different that I've done to try to optimize how we get people into the community. So we will be live streaming directly into the app. We will not be going through StreamYard to get you this information. So if you are available and you are a member, you want to make sure that you RSVP. If you are not a member, I did figure this out in StreamYard. I can actually just charge you the $10 for the ticket without having to use another software, which I love. So if you go to lashondabrown.com/workshops and you click on grab a ticket for $10, what you're going to see is this page, and it will pop up, and this will put you inside of Uscreen. Okay. So you will just be joining the platform for the purpose of this workshop. In my opinion, if you're going to do that, you might as well become a star student because you can cancel anytime. It's $10 a month. But if you don't want to sign up for a recurring subscription, you can just buy a ticket this way. So this is something that you can do inside of Uscreen that I spent some time, troubleshooting because I'm trying to bring in all the things in one spot. So if you want to join us for the YouTube SEO workshop at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, that is how you can get in the room. The replay will be added to the app. Now, let me see here. What else do I got to tell you? All right. Speaking of what's coming up, our brand partner of the month, surprise, surprise, is Relay. Relay will be coming to speak to the members on August 28th at 1 p.m. at our monthly coaching call. Relay is the tool that I use for managing my bank accounts using the Profit First method. And if you sign up for a Relay account, I did negotiate a better deal for you guys. So you'll get $100 when you fund an account utilizing my link, lashondabrown.com/relay. All these links are going to get added to the description after the live. I just want to put it, top of mind. So again, you have to RSVP in the app for you to get notified and for you to attend live. I'm trying to train you guys. So baby steps. So for all of you who are members, you can go to the calendar and the app. You'll just click on the arrow here. It's going to take you to the group coaching call page, and all you have to do is hit subscribe to watch. Okay. So that is how you RSVP. I believe that is all of our housekeeping. So let me go ahead and check the comments. We have a really good crowd today here live, which I'm super excited about. Because I am utilizing StreamYard, I can pop your comments up on the screen. If you want to try StreamYard, you can go to lashondabrown.com/StreamYard for a free 14-day trial. Okay, cool. So we have a grand rising. Hello from Made From Above. Trisha is here. Hello. Love that. Okay, you guys are already dropping guide in the comments. So I love that for us. Okay, I think we already have 4 in the comments. So it looks like we'll be creating the guide, but I feel like 10 is a good number. So again, if you want me to create a guide where I walk through the steps of my newsletter sponsorship strategy, drop the word guide in the comments, whether you're watching live or watching on the replay. All right, my friends. So step 1, if you want to implement this strategy, is you need to set a budget for sponsorships based on the price of your event and your desired profit margin. Okay. Now, I would say that this is the case whenever you want to pay to market your offer, whether you are paying for ads through Google, through YouTube, through, Instagram or Facebook. You need to set a budget that's based on the actual price for your event. For instance, if you are doing a low ticket event, like say, for instance, my monthly workshops that are only $10, I need not be spending $1,000 to market this event because it's going to take me a ton of conversions just to break even. So before you start reaching out to people for newsletter sponsorship opportunities, go ahead and set a budget for yourself. Now, one of the things that I was shocked to discover is some of my friends are rocking a much bigger list than I realized. And so when I started getting pricing from them, their prices were like on point with the size of their list. But this particular offer was so low ticket that it didn't make sense to invest a huge amount of money in marketing the event. So for those of you who have no idea what event I'm talking about, I decided that I would do a workshop called the LinkedIn Live Monetization Masterclass. Yes, that is a very long title, but this is high level stuff that I'm going to be teaching. Essentially, this 2-hour masterclass is specifically designed for entrepreneurs who are looking to grow their LinkedIn following, get a LinkedIn Live sponsored, and generate passive income. So I am actively walking through this in real time. And at this point, I have generated over $10,000 in live stream sponsorships alone. And so I don't hear many people talking about how that is possible and what it looks like behind the scenes to get your live stream sponsored. So I thought, you know what? Here's a great opportunity for me to do this. On the landing page, which I made in Flowdesk checkout, I discussed the agenda. I'm very, very cognizant of your time. So even though I say 2 hours, like we're going to hit it hard. So first 30 minutes, we're going to talk strategy. After that, we're going to talk systems for 30 minutes. After that, we're going to talk about sales, and then we'll have 30 minutes for Q&A. Strategy, systems, sales is how my brain thinks. I do everything through that lens, and it's super important to me that you understand the strategy, then you understand what tech you're going to need to execute the strategy, and then we bring it home with how the crap do you make money by doing this. So when I do trainings that are high level like this is how I structure the curriculum. Now, one thing you're going to not see in this agenda is some type of timeshare presentation pitch for me to take this information and funnel you into something else. I had a conversation with Lex this weekend. She's kind of like my sounding board for everything. Bless her. One of these days she's gonna stop answering my calls, but until then I'm gonna keep calling. And I was like, you know what? This is so weird. I'm pouring so much value into this curriculum, and I didn't even think about what I'm supposed to be selling them at the end, because everybody does that. You do a freaking webinar and you sell them something. And we honestly decided, like, the membership, Bootstrap creators, is a constant offer. Like, if you want to stay connected, if you want to keep learning, do that. I didn't need to make a LinkedIn course just because I'm teaching LinkedIn Live sponsorships. Like, it wasn't necessary. I already have enough offers. And really, my job is being a full-time content creator. So it was so helpful to just bounce that idea off her and realize I can literally teach a masterclass that's a standalone, I'm just teaching you and moving on with my life, rather than a means to an end. It is the end. You are learning how to do this thing. Okay. So if we keep scrolling down, I talk about how it's a 2-hour masterclass, ask questions in real time, no Googling necessary. You're going to get discounts on the tech tools that I recommend to help you implement the strategies right away. Then I'm going to give you access to the exact templates that I use, including the slide deck from the training at no additional charge. And I'm going to provide you with email support until August 31st. So if you can't attend live and you have questions, you can still email me. All right. So the whole price is $97 for this, and only 25 seats are available. The reason why I did this is because it is a high level masterclass, and I want to make sure that people get their questions answered. I understand that not all 25 of these people are going to show up live, but it's super important to me that if they come live, they get their questions answered. At the end of the landing page, I just give a little bit more about me, but at the end of the day, this is not about me. I just want you to know I'm qualified to teach what I'm teaching. And so that was the landing page for the offer. So the LinkedIn Live Masterclass is something that I thought was a gap in the market. People aren't teaching this thing. And so how can I step out and provide this information in a way that works well for me on my own time? Okay, so that's how I crafted the offer. And I thought, well, dang, this is very specific. Like, this is not something that I can post about to the Insta girlies and just get them like fawning all over it. Like, if you don't care about LinkedIn, you're not going to be interested in this. And I'm growing my LinkedIn. So I knew like I couldn't just market on LinkedIn and expect to fill this workshop out. So that's what made me consider newsletter sponsorships as a solution. So I set my budget that was based on the fact that I'm charging $97 for this. And then I decided to look for newsletters to sponsor. The way that I did this was sending an in search of email to my Biz Besties. Okay. Now, I literally just said, I'm looking for newsletters to sponsor. I don't even know if you offer sponsorships, but we serve similar people. I would love to pay you instead of paying Meta to get in front of the right people. Okay. And so I want you to understand first and foremost that this is a solution. You do not have to publicly launch anything. You can leverage the power of email marketing by leveraging somebody else's list if their list is full of the people that you typically serve. Okay. So I know my friends well enough to know if they are an online educator serving service providers. And so I just sent out a group email. I did the BCC so people's emails didn't get all out there in the universe. And just asked, I don't even know if you have, sponsorships for your newsletter, but if you do, I'd love to pay you instead of paying Meta. Just being honest. Okay. I think you need at least 10 newsletters to make this work. My spreadsheet says I currently have 12, and I've seen good results from that. I would say you need at least 10. A couple newsletters isn't going to do it. Especially if you're trying to get like I am, 25 people in the room. Okay. The next thing you want to do is you want to ask for demographics and metrics for the list. Okay. So before you go agreeing to pay your friends to give you a shout out in their newsletter, you need to make sure that they are serving the people you serve and that people open their emails, because not everybody, not all lists are created equal. So, if I look at my spreadsheet right now, by leveraging this strategy, I am reaching over 35,000 people. Okay. So 35,000 people are going to be hearing about this workshop specifically through email marketing. This is not including my list. Okay. So I have a spreadsheet. And again, I can include this in the guide in terms of what fields I have in a spreadsheet. But I have a spreadsheet that has, different columns. One of the columns is the size of the list. The second is the open rate. The third is the click-through rate. So that's super important to me. If people don't click on your links, if they don't open your emails, it doesn't matter to me how big your list is. So I really need to know that before I go paying you for stuff. So I asked for the demographics and the metrics for their list. After that, I created 2 discount codes. Number 1 was 25% off for their audience. And that was so I could track where the leads came from, and 100% off for them to attend the session. Even if I don't generate leads from their list, it's important to me that they get in the room, that they see what I'm doing, that they see how I'm teaching, because the next time around, they may have an even more glowing testimonial to give about the quality of my monetization masterclasses, right? So I'm not concerned if they don't convert, especially those that have a small list. I think the smallest list I'm marketing to is only 236 people. Okay. So if I can't convert on that list, I'm cool with it. As long as, they know the quality of the education I'm providing so that they can word of mouth talk about it on social media later or during the session and help me reach more people next time. Okay. Now, not everyone has used their 100% off coupon, but I'm definitely encouraging them to do that because it's important to me that they know what they're marketing and they're not just blindly sharing about me to their community, hoping that I follow through with what I say I'm going to do. So as of right now, I have another column that says registered. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my 12 newsletters coming to the live training. One of them can't attend live anymore, but that's okay. They'll get the replay. But again, 7 out of the 10 are going to be in the room. And those 7 are not counting toward the 25 that I'm selling tickets for. I decided not to include them in that so that they don't take away slots from paying folks. So technically, I may have, 37 people in the room, but not everybody's going to show up live. Okie doke. After that, I decided to send out a success kit because I started to get questions about what do you want me to say? What are you going to be covering? And I thought weekly updates would be helpful to keep them up to date with what's happening. So I scheduled an email out today. We're 2 weeks out. I've got 10 tickets left. It's in 10 days. And so I wanted to let them know how things were going. So first and foremost, tickets are selling. So it looks like we're going to sell out. So it's important that they understand, if you haven't sent out your shout out yet, you may want to do that sooner rather than later, because I don't want them to go to the landing page and there not be any slots left. So again, on the spreadsheet, I also have a notes column so that I know when they said they're going to be promoting. So some people said, I'm going to schedule an email for the 8th and also do a LinkedIn shout out. One person said, I'm going to email the week of the 8th, one newsletter feature during the launch. One said 3 times a week, podcast, newsletter, live stream. You know, everybody had a different cadence and a different number of, a different variation of how they were going to shout me out. Many of these folks, I'm on their email list. So when they did it, I saw it. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was actually really encouraging to see what my friends had to say about me just by being on their list. But when I talk about the success kit, and again, if you're liking what I'm sharing, the reason why I'm going so fast is because I really do think this will be a better fit long term for an ebook, but I'm just not going to do it unless y'all want it, because you may not want to get in the weeds like I do. But if you just want to, high level overview, I hope you're liking this live stream. So this is what the success kit looks like, and I will quickly walk you through what it has to say. First and foremost, I love the layout. It's giving clean, it's giving class, it's giving grown. Okay, so love that for me. So I say, thank you so much for helping me promote my LinkedIn Live Masterclass. I have no desire to give Meta my money. I would rather lean into my word of the year, I missed the word year, typo, community, and support industry leaders. As a thank you for helping me promote this offer, I've created 2 discount codes, which we've talked about, right? Okay, the next slide is about my company. Now here's the deal. Make it easy for people to refer you. Even though they're your friend, they probably don't know behind the scenes how you do things, who's on your team, how things work, how they should be positioning you. And so I'm really trying to reinforce the fact that at this point in the process, Bootstrap Biz Advice is not just a YouTube channel. Like, y'all are hearing what I'm doing here, but Bootstrap Biz Advice is a whole full-on tech company now. We got an app. We do UGC for other companies. I do consulting with SaaS brands about building out affiliate programs, and like we doing things. Okay. So I don't want them to focus on the fact that I'm a YouTuber, because that does not fully encompass what I'm doing. So it was important to me that they knew before they start blasting on their newsletter where I'm at in my business, because I wanted them to position me accordingly. So the price point of the masterclass made sense, and people were hearing about where I am now, not just where I was then when my friends met me. After that, we talked about the agenda. What the crap am I teaching? This is the same verbiage that's on the landing page, but I thought, okay, it's essential that you understand what we're going to be going over, that this is not a pitch. This is a pitch-free masterclass. The only pitch is if you want to stay connected, become a member. So I wanted them to see the outline. After that, I wanted to give them the promotional timeline. Like, what am I planning on doing? So I said, okay, 4 weeks out, this is what we're doing. 3 weeks out, this is what we're doing. 2 weeks out, this is what we're doing. When you're launching something, you should have this defined for yourself, even if you don't communicate it to anybody else. And so I wanted them to know that, so that they could look at their content calendar and decide when they wanted to give me a shout out. After that, we talked about graphic design assets, and this is why I'm such an advocate for NG. I was able, with one link, to be able to send them my logos, my colors, my fonts, and a whole set of galleries of different headshots of me. For some of them, their brands are light and airy, and so maybe they would lean toward those headshots. For some, they're all into mindfulness, and so the pictures of me at a greenhouse will be a better fit. For others, the fact that tutorials on my love language resonates with them, so I have those photos. And for others, they may say, well, the fact that you're a Canva verified expert adds credibility, so I would rather use that headshot. So I'm giving them all the things, but in one spot with one link. This is what I use when I speak on podcasts. This is what I use when I speak at conferences. And when I tell you that link alone has elevated the perception of me and other people's marketing more than any other feature in NG. It's a great tool, but that one link, in my opinion, is worth me maintaining a subscription, because it helps me to still have a strong visual brand, even if someone else is telling my brand story. And that's powerful. So that's something I included. The last slide, which I'm not going to show because it has personal information on it, is the information about how to invoice me, who to send the invoice to, what address to include on the invoice, and all of that. So that was the final thing in the success kit. So as people started saying yes, and they started to say, okay, I want to do this. I want to be on your, your street team for promoting your masterclass. I wanted to make sure that they were equipped with that success kit and that they also knew how things were going. So again, looking at my spreadsheet, I'm seeing right now that I have already made a profit on my investment in newsletter sponsorships. In my spreadsheet, I'm tracking, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did pay Meta a little bit of money, just sheer curiosity. I did pay $28 for boosting a post on my Instagram, and that particular post did convert one person. So I sold one person, and I know that because of the the code that they received via ManyChat in the DMs. So one ticket was sold via Instagram, and it cost me $28, which when I look at the return from other folks, we ain't doing that no more. But sheer curiosity. Let's see, I won't say what I spent for newsletter sponsors, but I will tell you I've made a profit. And the other dynamic that I did not mention is the fact that my members also received a 25% off discount code. So although the event is not included within their membership, because I only charge $50 a month, I did want to give them a reduced rate to attend the masterclass. And so I've had some members take advantage of that. If you are a member and you want to come, just go in the community tab to get the code. I will obviously not say it verbally right now, but you can go get the code and get 25% off if you want to come before it sells out. So that way, as I start to look in the back end of Flowdash checkout, I can see who's paying full price, who came from a newsletter, who's a member, and what newsletter did they come from? So that moving forward, if I want to continue to leverage this strategy, I can say, hey, love you, boo, but you folks ain't interested in what I'm doing. Now, if I offer something different, if I offer my, 20-hour work week challenge, or my start a YouTube channel in a week challenge, that might convert differently. So I wouldn't rule out a newsletter just because it didn't convert the first time. But I did get a conversion on that smallest list that had just 200 people on it. So the size of the list isn't always a direct correlation to how it's going to perform. So don't rule people out if they have a small list. If they have a list with the right audience, I would go for it. There is also a tool, and I don't have an affiliate link yet. I will be getting one, but I do want to show you there is an opportunity. Let me see, where's it at? I think it's in our footer. Da-da-da-da-da. It is a tool called Passion Fruit, which I have discovered recently. And I want to show you where. How do I get here? Let's see, newsletters. There we go, sponsor options. Okay. So my friend Lex specializes in newsletters. So I'm going to show you how she set up her Passion Fruit. And so if you go to her Passion Fruit page, you can see her current rates for booking a month in the classifieds. It's $57 to be included 4 times in her newsletter in the classified section. She shows some of her previous partnerships. She has some testimonials there, and you can literally see here she has 1,200 subscribers, a 55% open rate, 10% click-through rate, and 10 clicks per campaign. So Lex is super hardcore about this. Like, she's given me stats on a weekly basis as to how my links are performing. And if you are interested in offering sponsorships, I feel like Passion Fruit is a great platform for that. Not only can you put your rates on here, but it also, I believe, has like a marketplace feature where people can discover you for them to market on your platform. So all that being said, I really loved how she did this. Newsletters are a huge income stream for her. And so she put a lot of effort into leveraging software to kind of communicate all the different aspects to selling sponsorships in her newsletter. I was able to give her kind of what I was going for. She sent me a proposal through Passion Fruit. She sent me sample copy that would go in the newsletter. It's a really cool platform. So it's a great way for you to track your sponsorships. So I'm going to be playing around with that. I had to apply to get an account. I do have an account. It's not set up yet. So I'll probably do a follow-up video on how to use Passion Fruit. But I just wanted to show you a visual of what some of the folks are doing. So I'm going to hop over into the comments at this point to answer questions. So again, if you want to see this in ebook format so that you can follow those steps, you can see the tools I'm using, you can see the fields that are in my spreadsheet, you can get access to that success guide template in Canva, then I want you to go ahead and drop guide in the comments. It'll probably be, I would say this will probably be $10 because it'll be like a Canva template and an ebook like combo. So the ebook will have the link to the Canva template and probably a link to the Google spreadsheet as a template, truthfully. So yeah, if you want that, let me know in the comments and let me make sure you guys remember, like this if you like it. I'm going to make sure I hit all my tabs here. We talked about that. We talked about that. Talked about that. This is so fun. I absolutely love this. Oh, another quick update to share too is you can always get access to my free YouTube workshops. This used to be a Flowdesk form, and now, my friends, if you click on that, it will take you to a free bundle within Uscreen. Y'all, we consolidating this year. We getting it all in one spot. So you can get access to 5 workshops to help you make money on YouTube by going to LaShondaBrown.com and clicking on that free YouTube workshops button. So updated that recently, so wanted to share that with you. All right, let's see. Comments. Paula said, I want Lex on speed dial. I don't know if she wants me to have her on speed dial, but I'll be calling. Like, we'll literally be texting and I'll just be like, ain't nobody got time, and I'll just call her. So that's super fun. Really glad that you and Trisha are coming to the event. I think you guys are going to love it. I definitely think you guys can leverage this strategy to get your LinkedIn Live sponsored. It has just been a game changer for me, and I typically will also go live on YouTube as well. You guys have seen that through the roundtable formats that I've done, through the interviews that I've done with folks like Bob Berg. Sponsors really like it, and getting your live stream sponsored is also a great way for you to test your audience with specific partners. So before you hop into a dedicated YouTube video about a tool that no one's ever heard about, test the waters with the sponsored live stream, do an ad integration and see, does your audience click on that affiliate link? Does your audience ask you questions about it? If so, follow up with more content. If not, let it go. So sponsors have been loving it as well. Thank you so much. And I loved watching your content that you posted. Bootstrap Creators is fun, guys. It's a really fun place. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that is the name of my membership community, and that is what is facilitated in the app. So when you go to bootstrapbizadvice.com at this point, it used to redirect to my YouTube channel, and now it goes to the app. So you can see what we're working on. You can see our upcoming events. So you see the SEO workshop, the monetization masterclass, our group coaching call, and you can see what we go over. So it's $10 a month if you want to be a star student, and $50 a month if you want to be a Bootstrap creator. So I just want to tell y'all what I'm actually doing. And these live streams are a fantastic opportunity for me to take you behind the scenes, but also actively do office hours for my membership. Many membership facilitators will set aside time once a week, twice a month to check in with their members. And in my case, I work 20 hours a week. And I am always trying to figure out what is the most efficient way for me to serve my audience, to serve my clients well, my brand partners, without increasing the amount of screen time that I have in my life. And so the reason why these live streams are so in depth is because they're serving two purposes. They're educating new people about what I can teach and what I know, but it's also giving me an opportunity to connect with my members. So I would encourage you, mix things up. You don't have to do things the way that everybody else does it. You can decide, okay, I can get dual purpose out of this live stream by also using it for a way to market my masterclass. Like, at the end of the day, let's be real. This could also serve as an ad for pretty much anything, right? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. It is not a hard sell. I'm not stressed. I'm not pressed about it. If you want to be in the monetization masterclass, happy to have you. If you don't care, that's fine too. I would like for you to like this video if you like it, because it's free content and it would help my channel to grow. But otherwise, like, I have a business plan that gives me space and room to create without stress of conversion. I literally had an email this morning where someone wants to partner with me on something for $1,500. Like, if all I did today was respond to that email, that's $1,500. So don't have a mindset that you have to gatekeep everything, that everything has to be behind a paywall, that you have to do this extravagant launch for everything that you do, because that in and of itself is a job. You can be chill about it. And I think if you're consistent and you show up with value and you legitimately care for people, you don't have to sell as hard. And that's just my 2 cents. I genuinely believe that I don't have to sell as hard because my community actually appreciates what I do and how I do it. If you don't have that dynamic with your community, then you're going to find yourself having to pay for ads, having to do webinars where you pitch people on your offer at the end, having to email until you're blue in the face. And I'm just not about that life. I really try to be calm, cool, and collected when it comes to my marketing. Much like my new sweatshirt says, out of office is the vibe. I'd rather be out than in, but I gotta work. I make money, so there we have it. So I see a whole lot of guides. I see Cheryl wants the guide, Tutu wants the guide, the chic behind the booth wants the guide, Blessing Richardson wants the guide. So I think we did get the 10. However, if you're watching this in replay, you can still put that in the comments just to help this reach more people. So yeah, I think I'll be making it. So the Bootstrapper's Guide to Newsletter Sponsorships will be hitting the Buy Me a Coffee Extras page. I used to put things on PayHip. I like PayHip. Don't get me wrong. It's so quick in Buy Me a Coffee though. Like, it's really quick. And because I have the app and I have my website, maintaining a PayHip shop on top of that with Buy Me a Coffee, it was a whole lot of links. So Buy Me a Coffee is free. It's what I used to beta test my membership when I first got started. I would highly encourage you, test things out for free before you start investing in software. So the way that Buy Me a Coffee works is people process their payments through Stripe, and then it drops into your bank account that way. At the very beginning, my Buy Me a Coffee was simply about buying a literal coffee. If you selected 1, that meant $5. 3 was $15. 5 was $25, and you could put in a number. So basically $5 per coffee. And people would write a little message and say how, my content impacted them. And it was really an encouragement. Very rarely at this point do people buy me a coffee because I have other options available. But I do like having it there. And I will tell you, the amount of times that someone has asked me a question in the DMs on Instagram, I will say, hey, happy to provide the answer to this, but I do typically charge for this information. So if you found it helpful, I would love for you to buy me a coffee. Now, do they do that all the time? No, they do not. However, occasionally they do. And it is nice to receive a cup of coffee in exchange for me giving people answers to legitimate business questions. So you can use it in that way. At this point, I have received support from 300 people within Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know exactly where that puts me in the ranking in terms of support, but I know it's like at least top 10, maybe higher. So that could be a whole course, that could be a whole thing. But that is the tool that I use. So when you guys say you want more details about something, that is typically where I go to post it, under the extras tab. And so the extras tab is essentially you selling access to whatever. You could use it to sell a Flowdesk email template. I've got a couple in there. One is my weekly newsletter template. Another is my sales structure for a sales email. I received feedback that my live stream about strategies to help you to grow your business during the summer, that they would like the checklist for that. So I put that in there, and that's your summer biz prep checklist with 10 growth strategies. So that's a quick little checklist. People ask me about my script for live streams, put that in there. Some people ask me about the workflow for my YouTube videos, added that. And then if you're trying to pitch brands, I put a link to my pitch proposal template in there. I just make everything $5 because I just feel like coffee's $5. The resource is $5. I'm just trying to provide support at affordable costs. I'm not going to be able to pay my bills off of these extras. But I see the extras as an opportunity for me to create a targeted resource to accompany a live stream, typically, or a feed video. And then I can just put the direct link to this resource in the description. And now that video serves as a passive income generator. So I don't actively promote my extras. They're in the description box on my videos. Very occasionally will I shout it out in an email. Typically I'll do like one shout out when it's a brand new resource in there. Otherwise, I don't really talk about it that much. And so this is a very easy way for you to start doing digital products. You can also sell access to other things in Buy Me a Coffee as an extra. I typically just do templates or PDF resources because it's super simple and easy. So everything has its own link. So say for instance, if you were to click here, you can see it's $5 and all you have to do is click get this. And then once you click on get this, it's just going to pop up and say, name, email, pay, and it's secured through Stripe. So it's super clean. Buy Me a Coffee was created by creators. A lot of people use it in lieu of Patreon. So if you're used to Patreon where people just, pay a subscription because they like your content, they want to get access to stuff early and things like that, you can use it for that purpose. But like I said, I used it to beta test my membership to make sure there was interest before I built like a whole app for this. And so you can see down here, you can make content members only, and you can choose the different tiers. You don't see the tiers here now because we're in the Bootstrap app. But before, you were able to choose a membership tier and join that way. So that's how that works. And again, Buy Me a Coffee is free. If you use my link, which I'll put in the description after this, then I think I get $5 if you guys create a free account. So that's fun. But that was the resource that I used when I first started doing YouTube full time. I didn't have a product because I didn't know what you guys would buy. So all I had was Buy Me a Coffee, and people would buy coffees, and that's how I made passive income. So as I, talk to you on this channel about different strategies, I try to make sure that I also share the tech tools that I'm leveraging to help make this happen. Because I think what's a huge gap right now in the market is business strategists who are willing to tell you about the tech required to do the strategy, and then people who have like a knack for making tutorials. I've watched many tutorials that go on and on and on. They're not engaging. They're not on topic. And so I have a history of instructional design and educational video content. So we did that for other people for years. So now I'm just doing it for y'all. I have the systems in place. So I'm just the person talking to you instead of filming an actor doing it. So that's kind of why I have more engaging tutorials. It's because I've been doing this since 2012. It's just that we would hire actors to portray the information, and now I just do it myself. Is there anything else that I want to share with you? We've shared a lot of links. I did redo the tools page. I'm going to be working on that today because, let me show you that real quick. This is kind of my home base for where I keep all my tools, and now it's categorized. This just keeps growing, guys, because I've noticed this is a gifting of mine to help put these tools in front of you guys and explain what it is that they do. So now we have admin, marketing, productivity, and YouTube. And so these are linked to my affiliate links. And so you can always go and check it out if you're looking for a tool that does something. What I'm going to do, you can see what the discounts are now, but I'm going to go back and add like a couple sentences per tool to let you know what these tools actually do. So if you've never heard of Tela, then you'll find out it's an alternative to Loom, and it allows you to easily edit your video content on your computer. So that's one of my projects I'll be working on this week, is to optimize the tool page for affiliate conversions. And I think before, when I had it in a gallery view, that was good because it kept you from having to scroll and scroll and scroll. But just having the logos, I don't think was enough to drive clicks, because if you didn't know what the tool was, you weren't going to click on it. So that's what I dropped in as my intention for the week in the app. Feel free to drop yours if you're a member. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. I just paid for custom code to make this happen. And sometimes you just got to pay. It does not natively do this in Squarespace, but I think it looks so clean and I think it's worth it. So hopefully you guys enjoy the process of using it now, because it helps explain a lot more what the tools do, so you don't get overwhelmed with that. And I do get a lot of questions about YouTube gear, so I added a button at the top with a link to my Amazon shop with recommendations for tools. Okay, I'm blown away. There are 16 of you that have maybe people have come and gone, but y'all are still watching, and we are 46 minutes into this thing. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now I can see some of you are members, so I appreciate you. But yeah, guys, I think the more that you do live streaming and the better you get, the longer people stick with you. So I appreciate this. The views from this live stream will apply to the replay. So thank you for watching. Let's see here. Lisa says, good morning, LaShonda. What tools do you suggest as an absolute must for beginners? Oh, that's a great question. Okay. Beginners. I will say definitely Big View. Big View is a teleprompter tool that I use when I am recording content on my cell phone. And there's something specific that I want to say. So I'm able to put my script on my cell phone and look directly into the camera, and you can't tell that I'm reading. For people who do not film content that often or find themselves nervous when they go to film a reel or to film a short, Big View is a great tool for beginners, because that teleprompter is going to make you look more polished and more professional with less effort. Calendly is another tool I would recommend to beginners. Oftentimes, people are not gatekeeping their time through an online scheduler. I use Calendly to put those boundaries up for me, so I don't have to be the one to enforce them. So that is my online scheduler. I have a link for everything. They have an integration now where it directly connects to my Gmail. So when people want to book a time with me, I can just copy an appointment link in there. Some can be free, some can be pay before you can book. You can do polls in there now. So if you're trying to schedule a call with multiple people, you can include a poll. You can include meeting options if people want to know, well, what are some times that you are available? It's amazing. So Calendly, highly recommend. Jotform is another one. Jotform, I will say, is fantastic for folks who need to capture specific information, whether it's a survey, if it's information for a podcast, you need headshot, bio, whatever. You want people to apply to do coaching with you. All these things. Jotform is one of the oldest subscriptions I have. My Jotform account goes back to 2012. I have used Jotform for over a decade, and I've watched it evolve. It's a fantastic tool. You can use it for capturing legally binding signatures. You can make apps with it for events. It's nuts. So Jotform is good. I think the last thing I would say Obviously Canva, that goes without being said. If you are not a graphic designer, you need a graphic design tool, and Canva, I think, is the most user-friendly for beginners. And the last would be Flowdesk. Everybody needs an email list, and I think that Flowdesk is very beginner-friendly because they do not charge you based on the size of your list. It's a flat rate. So as you grow, the price stays the same, and my link gets you 50% off that first year. I was able to switch my list over from the other email marketing software I was with and save hundreds of dollars on my email marketing costs. So those are my top 5: Canva, Flowdesk, Jotform, Calendly, BigView. And yeah, you can go to the tools page and sign up for whatever makes sense. But yeah, if I was brand new to online business, you could probably honestly get away with running a business with just those tools, truthfully. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. So great question. All right, let's see here. Thank you so much for the tools with a course for affiliate marketing coming soon. Not y'all putting in requests. I do need to make it. I know. Because my affiliate game is strong, y'all. It's so strong. I definitely need to do this. Honestly, so I printed out, I'll probably do a video about this. It is a 24 by 36 calendar that has 3 months on it. So it has, like, in this case, I'll use it for September, October, November. And I'm putting it in a poster frame so that I can write on it with a dry erase marker and like map out my content. I love technology, but sometimes you just need pen and paper, and my paper is not big enough. So I have a giant calendar coming. Once I know what my bandwidth is for content creation, then I'll know where this fits in. The affiliate marketing course is definitely something that I want to do self-paced, and I'll be able to do that directly in Uscreen and just make it a collection of video content. A lot of people really want me to do a challenge about the 20-hour work week. And so I think that's going to be in October. So I just need to map it out. That's why my goal for the week was like, girl, you need a better plan for mapping out your content creation. Because what I don't want to happen is for me to get burnt out creating too much stuff. So if I can visually see it like clear as day, I feel like that will help. So the PDF was made by another online creator, and her name is Kat Schmoyer. And so I bought the bundle. It was like half off because it's like the middle of the year. So I sent the print to Staples. They sent me an email, said it's printed. And so I'm going to put that in the frame and use that along with Notion and Asana to stay organized. So y'all, I'm doing a whole lot. Honestly, my team should probably be bigger because I do a lot that I guess I could delegate. But right now, training one more person sounds like a lot. So I am testing out the Service Quickly hire to bring on another graphic designer, because I'm like, I have so many workbooks I want to make. Like, I would love if every course I do has like a supplemental workbook and branded slides, but that's a whole nother life. That's a whole nother person. So I'll let you know how that goes. If that works out well, then I can tell you about them. So yeah, I definitely need to make that. Coming soon. I'll know when, once I pick up that print from Staples. Just keeping it real. Oh man. Let's see. Share the Amazon link to the calendar. So it's not Amazon. It was made by another creator. You know what? I need to email her because I think she was going to send me an affiliate link. Let me see if I can get an affiliate link first, and then I'll send it to you guys, because it's already half off now. But like, if this video is just going to sit here, might as well get some income from it. So what I will do is I will email Kat, see if I can get an affiliate code. If I can. Honestly, if she doesn't have one, I'll still put the link when I do all the other links after this is over. And then I will share it in the app so you guys can get the direct link to it. So like I said, she had different variants. So she had like 8.5 by 11, a little bit bigger than that. I think maybe 11 by 14. So she had like multiple variations in multiple colors. So I did the blue, and it is 24 by 36. So it's going to be real big. and I have it in frame. And then the frame just has like that hard plastic, so I can just write on it with a dry erase marker. And it just says month and has where you can write the dates in there. So once you do that, then you can repurpose it every 3 months. Because I like to think 12 weeks at a time, and I just feel like I'm gonna be cooking on all cylinders when I have this. So I will definitely let you guys know what it looks like when it's done. But that's a good reminder. I will email her for a link to that. Be a Bootstrap creator or you're going to miss out. I'm so glad I'm already in there. Yes. Do you have a tutorial on Printful? I see you have merchandise in the holidays around the corner. So I tested Printful back in the day when I was going to launch a t-shirt shop. It integrates really well with Squarespace. I do not have a tutorial on them yet because I'm designing my merch. So the game plan was to create the tutorial when the merch shop is ready to launch. If you click on merch right now on the Bootstrap app, it's just going to send you to a landing page to collect ideas. So if I were to go back here and click on merch, what it's going to take you to is this page on my Squarespace site. And these are some designs that I've done. I have a Petty Crocker t-shirt. I have a Please Advise, Struggle Bus, and tutorials on my love language. And so I've been designing merchandise for years. My t-shirts have been sold internationally through Rotary International and all that. That's like another life too. But I just thought like, it could be helpful to get some ideas for merch while I'm thinking. So my members have given me some ideas. We're going to do one that just has the Bootstrap Creators logo on it in hunter green. So I know we're going to do that. But as of right now, if you click on merch, it's just taking you to this page for you to give me ideas. I think call to create is going to be another one. But we'll see. We'll see what all we create. But yeah, Printful's great. It's my preference. Printify is another one. Printify is good, but Printful, I've had better luck with Printful. So anyway, it integrates with Squarespace. Don't have a tutorial right now, but we'll be creating one when the merch shop is ready. Okay. Oh, your website is absolutely... Well, thank you. I am technically a Squarespace top level expert, so I'm glad I still got it. Back in the day, that's what my income came from until I was like, I'm done. I'm all done. So at this point, I just designed the site for myself. And actually, the fun fact is these photos, with the exception of the one that I'm in, are actually my photography as well from my stock photo project I used to do, where I shot African-American stock photos and did like over 1,000 of those. And yeah. So I just be creating stuff, y'all. Truth be told, I just be creating stuff. So yeah, I love it. It even has like a little buy me a coffee integration. So the little widget pops up and you can buy me a coffee directly in this site. What are some of the other fun things I've done with this? Let's see. So start here takes you to sign up for the Bootstrap Club. That's just a Flowdesk form that takes you to my YouTube passive income guide. I showed you the tools page that has the custom code, workshops you've seen that markets that, and you can see what some of the past workshops are. Let's see what else we have. Membership will show you, let's see, did I get lost? Membership. Oh yeah, that's going to click you over to Bootstrap Biz Advice now. I forgot. Because I have a whole app for that. Coaching is going to take you to my coaching page because this is the funny part. I actually do one-on-one YouTube coaching, but because I'm so freaking busy, it's definitely my high ticket offer. Like for me to sit down and just talk to you about your YouTube channel, because I get all up in your business, y'all, I have helped people like change their tax structure so that they are paying less money for taxes at the end of the year. Like I just share what I know. That's just how I am. So there's a video here with some of my past clients. This is what's included in your strategy session. And I just say, look, choose your own adventure. You can pay for a coaching session or you can become a member. Again, the member button goes to my membership. The coaching session goes to Calendly, which I talked about earlier, where it captures the payment and then puts you on my calendar. And so my schedule is already attached to that. So I know if I'm available for it. I use my partnerships tab all the time to book paid sponsorships. So I show, hey, here are some examples of sponsored live streams. Here are some examples of sponsored reels. Here are some examples of ad integrations. Here are some examples of dedicated YouTube videos if you want me to make a video just about your tool. So I won't get into all of this. Speaking's there, basic contact page. But yeah, so at this point, I don't build sites for other people, but I do put a lot of effort into my website because it saves me so many emails. The amount of times that people have been like, oh, do you have examples of your past? I got you, boo. And I go, I copy the link, I paste, I move on. So my website at this point is more a tool to help me serve people well in less time and less like an online brochure, if that makes sense. So there's a method to my madness. Even when you go to speaking, you'll see again under speaking materials, that link to that NG landing page that I showed you and the success kit. And you got bio, images, freebies. So when I go on podcasts, they know what to promote and it's helpful. Let's see. My goodness, what can't you do? New shirt. Mistress of the coin. Yeah, I'll be catching coins. Catching coins should be on a shirt. Posting videos, catching coins. Yeah. Y'all, I've lived 9 lives. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like it if you like it. Oh man, that's why I love YouTube, because I can just what am I in the mood for? What y'all want to know? I can just get on here, talk to y'all, have a good time, move on with my life. So today, this is my little weekly to-do list. I did get this off Amazon. And so I can go ahead and check off my live stream. I'm going to sync up with my team and make sure everybody's on track, review our weekly Asana, have a podcast interview at 12. I have a 90-minute massage at 2:15, and I have a couple things to do, running errands, picking up that poster, dropping off a UPS package, buying some new press-ons, because these are press-ons. I don't like sitting at nail salons for my nails. My feet, that's another story, but my hands, press-ons. And then updating some logos on my Rotary Club's website for our annual fundraiser. So Mondays are my CEO days. So that's when I do my little errands, check in with the team, make sure they know what's going on. And then I hop into hardcore work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fridays off every week. 4 days on, 3 days off. So this is why I'm going to be working on the 20-hour work week challenge, because a lot of people don't have the systems and tools in place to make that happen. And that's part of how I'm able to show up and be so fun and be on it, because every week is a 3-day weekend for me. And I think a lot of you would benefit from having that flexibility. All right. So let's see here. Speaking of websites, any tools for building a forum/community on Squarespace? Yes, but my friend Becca has content on that. So I'm going to refer you to one of her videos, and I will email you the link, Paula. She's awesome. If you're not following Becca Harpain, get on it. She is a Squarespace queen. She's the one that helped me navigate custom coding on the tools page. So there you go. All right, my friends. Well, we are at 11 o'clock, so it's time to go. Bootstrap creators, let me know what y'all working on. Again, what is your weekly goal? What's an intention you have to work in your business and also on your business? I'm not going to nag you about it, but I would love to celebrate/help you achieve your goals and stay on track. So as we like to say, until next time, ta-ta for now.